I became Queen of England at 18 and gave myself a beautiful title.
From now on, I wish to be called Victoria.
Queen Victoria.
But I had a nightmare of a childhood. My father passed away when I was very young, and because I was heir to the throne, my mother and her lover controlled me for 18 long years. They cut me off from the outside world, trying to turn me into a puppet so they could hold the real power themselves. Yet, even growing up in that kind of environment, I never broke. On the surface, I obeyed them completely, but deep down, I was always waiting for my chance. That chance finally came in the early hours of the 20th of June, 1837, when King William IV of England died. As his heir, I was next in line for the throne. As soon as I got the news, I went to meet the Archbishop and accepted my appointment as Queen. John, my mother's lover, found out about this soon after, and he was furious.
This is not a game!
In future, you must be accompanied by your mother or me.
I knew I didn't have enough power to stand up to him yet, so I had to swallow my pride and bide my time again. The very next day, John and my mother burst into my study, trying to seize the regency. My mother chimed in to persuade me too, and it made me so angry. After all,
I think you forget, although I am young and perhaps ignorant, I am my father's daughter, the granddaughter of a king. And I believe I shall find my own way, and if I require advice, I will ask for it.
I was the queen now. In the end, John had no choice but to back down. Once they left, though, I faced other problems. By tradition, I needed to meet with all the ministers, and for someone with no political experience like me, that felt like an enormous challenge. Then there was my uncle, the Duke of Cumberland. He saw me as an enemy, because without me, he would have been the next King of England. When I was finally ready, I stepped out to meet the ministers. It was the first time in 18 years. Even though I'd prepared myself mentally, facing all those people's eyes made me incredibly nervous. Right away, Cumberland jumped in to trip me up.
Can't hear you.
But I pulled myself together and pushed through.
I know that I'm young, and some would say my sex puts me at a disadvantage. But I know my duty, and I assure you, I am ready for the great responsibility that lies before me.
After the speech, a new problem popped up. I had no idea what any of the ministers who came up to greet me were named. Everyone was waiting to see me embarrass myself. That's when Melbourne stepped beside me. He quietly introduced each minister to me, saving me from the awkward spot. To break free from my mother and John's control, I moved into Buckingham Palace. I was overjoyed to finally be free, and I'd also found someone who was truly loyal to me, Melbourne.
They all think because I'm small that I'm still a child. They've always underestimated me. They expect me to fail. They don't believe me capable of being queen.
I think they're mistaken, ma'am. I've only known you a short while, ma'am, but I'm confident that you will bring great credit to the monarchy. It's true, your education may be lacking in some areas, but you have a natural dignity that cannot be learned. To me, ma'am, we're every inch a queen.
I saw how devoted he was, so I decided to appoint him as my private secretary. He more than lived up to my trust. When people in Parliament questioned my abilities, he spoke up for me, and he even shot down proposals that someone else should run the government on my behalf. But my biggest trouble was still John. He got my mother to try to talk me into distancing myself from Melbourne. So I knew I had to find a way to get rid of John for good. Soon after, I learned that Flora was pregnant with John's child, and I knew that was my best chance to take him down.